Hello and welcome to our review for test/quiz on Chapter 3. Chapter 3 has like 22 sections to it, which is crazy long for me to have a test. So we're going to have a decimal quiz/test on Friday, so be ready. I'll go through everything with you on this screen on your sheet. You can follow along, or you can complete it and then just check your work with me. Remember, if you get this completed and mom or dad sign it, you'll get 3 extra credit points. So please take care of your business. Alrighty, let's get right into the math here. Write this number in words. Well, it's very easy to write a number in words if you can read the number. So when I read that number right there, I see a whole number of 36. So I'm going to write 36. And then I see my decimal. I see my decimal right there, and decimal in math means and. So 36 and then in the decimal, or after the decimal, I have 5 in the tenths place. So it'll be 5 tenths. Very simple. If you can read that, you can write that. Write it in standard form. Again, I want to find that decimal. And go ahead and put that right in there. And our whole number, 50. So 50 and, so 50 should be before my decimal, and decimal, 107 thousandths. 107. Now do a little quick spot check for me if you would. We have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. The 7 should end in the thousandths place, and it does, so we are good. Next, we're just comparing these, greater than, less than, or equal to. At first look, it looks like 36 and 289. It should be very clear that 289 is bigger than 36, but then you go, wait, I see a decimal. Let's sketch ourselves a quick T-chart here. Go ahead and put those in. We have 0 and 36 hundredths, and then we have 0 and 289 thousandths. Remember, it's not really fair to compare right now because we are missing a place here. We don't have a digit in that place. Let's go ahead and put a digit in there. We can put a 0 after a decimal any place we want. It doesn't change our value. Now I can clearly see that this is worth 360 and this is worth 289. Very easy to see which one is greater. You also could have looked here, noticing that the zeros had the same value. So you go to the next place value, 3 and 2. 3 is definitely greater than 2, so that works. Or 360 is greater than 289, so 36 hundredths is greater than 289 thousandths. Shade each value in to represent the picture we have down here. So our first number says 28 hundredths. So we're going to shade in 28 hundredths. I know 28 should be, there's 10, and there's 20, so there's 2 tenths. 2 sets of 10, and now I need 8 more thousandths. So I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. Perfect. There's 28 hundredths. I now need to shade in 31 hundredths. Again, I see a 3 in my tens place. I'm going to shade this the other way. There's a row of 10, 10, 20, 30, or 3 tenths, 1 tenth, 2 tenth, 3 tenth, and then I need 1 more hundredth, so I'll pop that guy right in there. So I have that 1/100th in there. Which is greater? Well, you can obviously see 2 tenths over here and 3 tenths over there. 31 is greater than 28. We have to write in words on the line. Our symbol, I think I misspoke. 28 hundredths is less than 31 hundredths. The correct words to write on the line are less than. Less than. Very good. Going on to our second page. We have to write it in standard form in the box over here. We need to write it in word form over there. So very similar to what we did earlier on the top. Backside there's 75 and 26 hundredths. 75 and 26 hundredths. 26. Double check, is my 6 in the hundredths place? Tenths. Hundredths. Yeah, we're good. Our next number here. Just have to read it. If you can read it, you can write it. First number to read is the whole number. We have 36. Then we see a decimal. A decimal in math says and. 36 and. Then we have a 5. And what place is our 5 in? Our 5 is in our tenths place. 5 tenths. Very good. Next number, 384 and. So 384 and 5 hundredths. Now, that right there says 5 tenths. We need to get 5 hundredths. What should I do to make sure my 5 is in my hundredths place? Well, I need to have something occupied in my tenths place. So you need to have a 0 there to occupy the tenths place, so then their 5 can be in your hundredths place. Next number, take the whole number, 50. And for my decimal, 107. 107, and it's in the tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. Thousandths place. Next number, 60 and 6 hundredths. Again, 60 and. So far I've got my 60 and my and taken care of. 6 in the hundredths place. So I need to have a 0 in the tenths, so I can put my 6 in my hundredths. 6 hundredths. Very good. Last number, whole number, 317. 317. Notice there's no just 317 and 6 in the tenths place. 317 and 6 tenths. Next one's a little bit tricky at first because you have all these boxes over here. What are all these boxes over here, Mr. Raske? Well, those boxes are there to help you compare if you need to compare. We've used T-charts in class, and I just wanted to show you this one as well. We have 36 hundredths, so you can go decimal, 36 hundredths, and then we have 289 thousandths, so decimal, 289. And with that, it's very easy to see which number is bigger. First, you're going to say, oh, 289 is bigger than 36, but you're like, no, no, no. Look in my tenths place. My 3 is larger, so 36 hundredths is greater than 289 thousandths. The next one's got the same numbers in it. It's got a 31 and a 13. Well, 31 should be bigger than 13, but wait, 31 hundredths and 13 are 130 thousandths. Let's go ahead and compare those. 0, 31, decimal, 1, 3, 0. Oh yeah, if I look here, 1 is greater than 0. This 1 right there is greater than this 0. So 31 thousandths is less than 130 thousandths. Next one. I don't have any more boxes. I just wanted to have you do 2 of those. You could do any 2 in there that you wanted to do. We mentioned that in class. 499 thousandths and 7 tenths. Well, we're looking at our tenths position, 4 versus 7. So 499 thousandths is less than 7 tenths. 621, 126, 621 thousandths, 126 thousandths. Well, again, we're looking in our tenths place first. Both of them have a whole number of 0. The greater number is 6, so 621 is greater than 126. That's where your sheet ends. I want to do 2 more quick pages with you just to kind of give you a couple things that will be on the test, so you're a little heads up on that. We did only these squares so far today with decimals. Well, we can also do mixed numbers. Right here, I have 100 out of 100 squares shaded in. So this is one whole. If this is one whole, this would make a second whole. So when we write that, we'd write a large 2. As a fraction, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths. So 4 tenths, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the hundredths place. So maybe I'm going to write it as a decimal first. I'm going to put my 4 in my tenths place, and then I'm going to put 4 more in the thousandths place. So 2 and 44 thousandths. If I wanted to write that as a fraction, it would be 2 and 44 over, not thousandths, tenths, hundredths over 100. So 2 and 44 hundredths would be as a fraction. That one got a little goofy on my words there. I do apologize. 44 out of 100. So 44 is your decimal, and then 44 out of your 100 is your fraction. Next one that I wanted to show you, we have one whole again, so we'll make a large number one. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths shaded in. Now it looks to be like it could be 6 tenths, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 10. Or it could be 1 and 60 out of 100, because if I counted each one of these, it would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We know that 1 and 6 tenths and 1 and 60 hundredths are equivalent. They have the same value. So if I wanted to write this as a fraction, I could write it as 1 and 6 tenths, or I could write it as 1 and 60 hundredths. Those are equal. They are the same thing. Keep that in mind on our test/quiz tomorrow.